Hello, welcome to the 500 workshop. Today we're going to be removing our bonnet on our 500F. It's so that we can get better access under the bonnet to do a few jobs that we're looking to do. So I'm going to show you how to remove the bonnet and how to put it back on. So we've already released our bonnet from inside the car, and if you're unsure how to do that, I have done a video on that before, so check that out. But we just lift up our bonnet here, and hopefully you can see we've got three points here. They are 10mm bolts, and what we need to do is remove those. What I'm also going to do is just place a couple of these microfiber cloths just under the sides here, just so that as we unscrew it we don't drop the bonnet onto the rest of the paintwork. Off. Second one off. And final one off there. So now we should just be able to move this spring off and hopefully, carefully, just ease this off. It's not quite coming, just going to lower it down a little bit, see if we can help it. And there we go. Now we just need to be careful with the paintwork as we lift it. And there we have our bonnet off. So I'm going to take the nuts and the washers that we just removed, I'm going to put them back on the bonnet, on the fixings, just so we don't lose them and they're where we know they should be when we come to refit it. We're now ready to put our bonnet back on our car. Put some cloths either side to protect it. You'll notice on here there's the hole for the bonnet itself where the three bolts go. Actually they're bigger than the bolt. They got some kind of vertical movement on each of them, and that gives us a little bit of room for adjustment. I just realized it might be a little bit low to see where I'm showing you. Just going to bring you up a bit. So just these 3 points here, there's some lateral movement there, so we can adjust. It gives us a bit of adjustment with the actual bonnet itself. So here is our bonnet. Just make sure we don't drop it. And we're going to bring it in and just carefully get those bolts through the hole. Now we're going to take our nuts and we're going to do them up, only by hand at the moment. Just less than finger tight. So if you go finger tight, you can just back it off just slightly. Let's get this one on. Up a little bit. There we go. Again, just less than finger tight. Now we're going to bring it down and see. Let's remove these. Oh, see where our gap is. So that's quite an even gap. Take it back a little bit. Don't want it too wide. Don't want our rubbers quite touching. But that looks pretty good. So now we can nip up those bolts. So they are 10s. Now, as we nip these up, we need to be careful because it has a little bit of a tendency to move as we're doing it. So I'm going to do the top one first. I'm going to bring it back down. Yeah, so it's moved. So just gonna loosen off this side a little bit. This side, and then pivot it slightly. And try and do it up again. Let's do this one this time first. Not to move it. That's good. We've got a nice even gap all the way down. So hopefully we can just push that in. Okay, so that's clearly not in the right position. Make sure this still works. Maybe a bit stiff because we haven't used it in a while. Let's just try that again, see where we are. We might need to come forward a bit on the bonnet. Okay, so I'm just going to loosen this off again. Right, those loose. Let's see now. That's a better position. So we want those bolts. Be we're about halfway, and I can Right, so we've got it where we want it now. I just need to tighten this up. Oh, without moving it. Put that up now. Okay, good. So, it took a bit of fiddling, but the alignment is there, so about midway between on this particular bonnet, not necessarily on yours. Let's, yeah, that's nice now. That fits perfectly. There's a load of dirt on here, so just going to get some cleaner and just remove that. But that's how you put a bonnet back on, just with a bit of trial and error and finessing those 3 bolts at the back.